all the fuckery that's gone on these videos, I'm surprised at how good my battery is.
Yeah, why is that? I don't even know what mine's at right now, but it can't be good.
58%. By
Hey.
this time, I would have been gone. I would have been toast. So anyway, we were on weddings. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you on the fucking Motorola Razr again? Move on! You and the fucking Ministry of Labour. With your outdated... You're going to have a fucking mini disc player as well, aren't you? Jesus. Anyway.
So many memes.
Weddings. Colonoscopies at weddings. That was it, wasn't it? Yeah. As a party paper. Everyone gets a free colonoscopy off me.
Shit's expensive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you don't want to fully commit and just get a douche, Grandma, I think you should just get a douche. With your heart, just get a douche. What am I talking about? I'm so glad my grandma's dead. I'm so glad my grandma's dead.
That makes sense.
I wouldn't want her to be alive to witness this. Me in a sauna, wearing a stained as fuck sports vest, talking about giving my grandma a colonoscopy. I get to wiggle the tube. Should we talk about weddings?
Yes, briefly. You mean next time or right now?
I don't know. We started weddings, but I mean, I feel like this episode's gone very anus oriented.
Right. Anus focused.
Anus awry.
Anus awry. You know what word I find really funny? And I don't know why. The word
farts.
Farts.
That's always classic funny. Classic. My favorite word that honestly kills me is the word rogue. Like ROGUE, like rogue, like they've gone rogue.
They've gone rogue.
I don't know why rogue is so funny, but like one time I was really high playing board games with my friends.
Yeah.
And I don't know what we were doing. Like, it didn't make any sense. And we were calling different things rogue. Like, again, it means someone's like run off and they're on their own.
Yeah.
Doing their own thing. And I said something like, you're like, I'm familiar with the term.
Yeah. I'm not finding it any more funny now that I know the definition. Don't try and get me on your side. No, but you see why it's funny? Because the definition is...
I don't know what it is, but the word is so funny to me. And at one point I said rogue hummus. And I don't know what it was about that term, but my friend and I were like crying, laughing, because I was just picturing this like tub of hummus going rogue, and like it just killed me. It's not even funny.
You know what I'm loving from this is
rogue.
you. No,
going rogue.
It's you like justifying it and going like, it's not even funny. It's one of those you had to be there moments.
Yeah, except no one else was there, just me and her by ourselves.
It's just you and that rogue hummus.
Me and that rogue hummus. I'm getting a little loopy, so why don't we save the wedding bit for next time?
Okay, yeah.
I sent my friend off. She moved away, and I went to see her one last time. And we watched this garbage show called Too Hot to Handle on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
It was so bad. Anyway, there's this one point where I was laughing so hard at how like fucked up it was that I was crying and I couldn't speak. Like I was laughing and like choking on breathing, and like I have the video, I'll send it to you. And I honestly like she's like, she's known me for like 10 years. She's like, I've never seen you laugh like that before. Like it was like demonic. Like I'll send it to you.
I remember being on the top of Mount Snowdon and I ended up laughing about this socialite called what's her name? You won't know her. Tara Palmer Tompkinson. She's dead now. I ended up thinking about how she's going to stage a comeback on top of this mountain And she's just like wearing hot pants on the top of this freezing cold mountain, like like it was like, oh my god, everyone leave me alone. Like no one's paying attention, no one knows who she is. And then she's even like in the corner like, hey, is that Tara Palmer Tompkinson? This just went on in my head, and I was like, is there anything sadder than Tara Palmer Tompkinson trying to get noticed on top of Mount Snowdon? I just full on lost it on the top of the mountain. I was crying, laughing. I was like stumbling over stones. And like for the first 10 minutes, Natalie and Pam were like, I'm laughing because you're laughing.
Yeah.
And then after 10 minutes, they were like, all right, you've told us the details through hysterical laughter. And it's not funny and you need to let it go.
I have a very few handful of times that maybe a few handfuls of times where I laughed so hard that I was crying and like I was like I couldn't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a few, but one I just want to tell you now because it's really
okay.
quick. Basically, so my friend and I were at, this was like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago. We were at the mall in Guelph, Stone Road Mall, rep.
Guelph.
And Guelph, yeah.
It's called
where
Guelph.
we school. Guelph. No, like the city's called Guelph.
Like one syllable, just called Guelph.
Yes.
I don't know, it's just Guelph.
Yeah, everyone's always like tripped up over that word. Like they always spell it wrong. It's G. Actually, I'll just spell it here. Oh, okay. That's not how you spell it. That's how you spell it. But people think it's with F.
Oh, I was going to go for GW, like Gwen and Elf.
Not Gwyneth Paltrow, no. It's an awesome
Guelph. Guelph. Okay, carry on, sorry. Were you laughing at Guelph?
Okay, you would love it because it's like a really hippie town, super like environmentally friendly, vegan, trees everywhere, like everyone's like small town vibes. Anyway, whatever. That's besides the point. My friend and I were at the mall and there was Santa Claus, and you know how you can get your pictures of Santa at Christmas.
Yeah.
So we go to take our pictures and we're like, thank you. And we got the picture. We're like laughing because we're like 19. Like we're way too old to do this. And we're
but inside
away.
You're like, I saw Santa.
And I'm like, bitch, that's the real one. So we were walking away and there was this little girl who's like 2 years old, like in a diaper and a dress, running in front of us. And she trips and falls. And she had a lollipop in her hand and it smashed everywhere. And so I started, like, I just like looked and I just was like, and my friend's like, oh my God. And I was like, where did she get that lollipop from?
Well, like, well, Santa didn't give me a lollipop.
Like, that's all that I could think of. Like, and it took me years to be able to tell this story without laughing, but like, it was so funny because this poor little 2-year-old girl fell crying. Everyone's running after her. And my friend's like, oh my God, did you see that? And I was like, where the fuck was our lollipop? I didn't get a lollipop.
Oh my God.
That was my first thought after a child got injured was where the fuck is my 50-calorie lollipop that'll give me cavities?
Fuck you, Guelph Santa. Oh my God. Anyway. I don't think I should have laughed that hard at the thought of a 3-year-old falling like a sack of shit with a lollipop and shattering. It's what she deserves. I don't know why, but it reminds me of a time where I was, I think it was Berlin airport. I don't know why, but we were talking about how badass wallabies are and like how strong they are on their legs and how they can like, I think we were talking about how like they kicked a woman and it broke her hip. Yeah, hilarious. Next thing, there was like this, there was this pram and it was just like, it was like tipped on the floor on its side. And then we were like, oh my God, a wallaby's been here. And then we just broke down laughing. Pam was laughing so hard that like she like ended up like she grabbed hold of what she thought was my shoulder. She just went, but it was not my shoulder. And then it was just a random guy at the airport. And then she just whispered in his ear with thinking it was me, just going, I love wallabies. And then This guy just, I've never seen anyone march so directly to the exit. It was just like, I need to get out. I need to get out. We were just laughing hysterically as he was darting out. So all he heard was just like, wallabies! And he definitely still has nightmares about that.
That's a good story. That's something that,
Yeah.
like, no matter what your humor is, that's
Absolutely
fucking
classic.
hilarious.
I love
That's
wallabies.
awesome. I love wallabies. Sorry, when you said that I love wallabies, all I was picturing was the guy in the colonoscopy room coming up to you and going, I love wallabies.
Now I'm gonna wiggle the tube.
No.
There's no continuity. And that's what we're going for.
I love it.
We want continuity. Get the fuck out of Pound Town.
Get the fuck out of Pound Town and never
Go
come
to
back.
Guelph and get a lollipop. I'm gonna go to work
If
now.
you don't save it, we're never speaking again.
Okay.
Just kidding.
I'm gonna go to work
If
now.
you don't save it, we're never speaking again.